All right. Happy to be joined right now by one of the big winners from this past Saturday in Las Vegas, Nevada. Phil Hawes gets a unanimous decision win over Kyle Daukaus. Fun fight, pretty dominant performance. Happy to have Phil on the show here for the first time. Phil, how are you, man?
Hey, brother. I'm always good. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. You're probably feeling a little bit better than I had my second COVID shot yesterday, and it's kind of knocked me on my tush a little bit. But we gotta barrel through. I mean, you just fought for 15 hard minutes, so I have no excuses here, Phil Hawes.
For sure. We all got our own battles, so yeah.
Try to make me feel better about myself. I appreciate that. So, I mean, it was a great performance. 3 rounds of dominance. 2 of the judges gave you 30-26s. One of the judge gave him one of the rounds. Be that as it may, you got 2 paychecks in your hand raised. How does it all feel a few days later?
Just like you said, it feels great to get 2 checks. You know, that's always the goal. Just blessed and fortunate that God gave me the opportunity to showcase my skills like that on Saturday.
Can I ask you, from your perspective, how that fight came together? Because there seems to be a little bit of confusion in the air with the whole Deron Winn situation, which I'm sure we're going to talk about in a moment since you're going to be fighting him in July. But you had signed to fight Deron first, right? And then this opportunity came to be. Is that what happened?
Yeah, exactly, man. I like to stay active, and I truly believe I'm the best in the world, and I feel like no one can touch me. So I got booked for Deron, and then the opportunity came up. My manager, Danny Rube, he hit me up and was like, hey, do you want to fight? I think it was like 3 or 2 weeks. So you want to fight this guy? I'm like, all right, yeah, let's do it. Doesn't matter who it is, you know? Doesn't matter if it's 2 or 3, 4, 10, 12. I believe I'm the best, so it doesn't matter how you shuffle the deck. I'm going to come out on top.
So the plan was, like, when you said yes to this fight, you were like, fine, I'll just do both. Like, I'll fight this dude, and then in July I'll fight Deron too.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it goes to show how the UFC has faith in me and believes in me. You know, I don't think a lot of fighters are getting double booked. You know, a lot of fighters say like, oh, I'll fight this guy. I want to fight, then I'll fight this guy. But a lot of people aren't doing that. I think I'm one of the only that are getting double booked and actually going through with it.
Yeah, it was like you and Chimaev. Like, Chimaev got double booked last year. It didn't happen. And this is like the rare double booking that actually looks like it's going to happen. And I had no idea the Deron Winn fight was happening. Like, we had reported you and Daukaus, but then Deron Winn goes on social media and says that you were being disrespectful and that you taking the fight against Kyle Daukaus means that, in essence, you did not want to fight him. So I know you're not like a massive Twitter guy, but were you aware of these comments from Deron Winn?
I heard. So I keep my circle small, and my circle knows not to involve me in negativity. So that sounds like negativity. I heard a little bit about it through the grapevine, but man, I don't pay attention to stuff like that. Deron can talk. I mean, I think he should be honored to even fight. You know what I mean? He's still fighting for the big promotion. He's missed weight a ton of times. Got popped by USADA. Like, dude. Just show a fight. Like, we're going to fight. Relax. Sit down. Like, calm down.
Well, we'll talk about that July 17th date in a moment, but let's talk about your performance this past Saturday against Kyle Daukaus, because Kyle is a tough dude. He's a very legit prospect at 185. And to me, I felt like this is a perfect matchup for where you're trying to get to. Like, you're not in a massive rush. I feel like you paid your dues very early in your career with some of the names you faced right off the bat. Did you feel the same way? Like, did you know a lot about Kyle? And did you feel like, you know what, I want to get to the top 15. I want to get to those guys. I'm not in a giant rush to get there, but Kyle's like a really good next step to get to where I want to be.
I didn't look at Kyle as the next step. I looked at Kyle as just an opponent in front of me. You know, just like I said, I believe I'm the champion of the world as we speak right now. So I knew Kyle Daukaus was tough. I knew what he brought, his durability, and I like to face that adversity. You know, I still thought I was gonna knock him out. You know, but not because he's a bad fighter, just because I believe in myself. And I didn't get the finish, but I got the win, and I got to showcase some more of my skills and gain more experience, and just all coming intuition to get me prepare for my 5-round fight with Izzy. So
he got you pretty good in the early stages of the second round with the spinning back fist, but you were able to, you know, you said you like to face that adversity. You were able to clinch up with him, and you got your wits to you, and then you were able to finish the round strong. How badly were you hurt in that moment?
I don't think it's a necessary hurt thing. It's like a shock. Like you just get stunned, you know. I didn't expect it. I ducked under the kick, and I didn't expect him to come back with the spinning back fist. You like we're doing spinning shit. Like, I'm just trying to figure it. But yeah, he called me good. That was clever on his part. I'm gonna definitely keep my hands up from now on. Thank you for the lesson learned.
So here's one thing I felt was so essential about your win, this one in particular. I think you've officially removed that stigma that casual fans have attached to you that you're a first rounder bust fighter. Like for some reason, like especially after the debut, people are like, oh, if you get him out of the first round, like you can get him. But yeah, the fight with Imavov went the distance too. You showed a lot of heart in that fight, but this one was like a different thing. Like you were getting better as the fight progressed. Like I know you don't involve yourself in negativity and you have the small circle that likes you to stay positive, but have you heard that sort of stigma about yourself that like he's going to gas after the first round if he doesn't get me out of here?
Yeah, of course. But to that stigma, I always say like, because I know that's how people game plan. Like, okay, I'm going to drag them into the third round. But the thing is like, you guys aren't going to, what makes you think you guys are going to make it past the first round? You know what I mean? That's my mindset. Like, and Daukaus made it past the first round and he, I was still there for the third round. You know what I mean? So like, I know people are still going to game plan. Get him past the first, but guys don't plan on getting past the first. Like if your game plan is to take a beating, let me beat you up until I gas myself out. I mean, doesn't sound like good game planning. You might not make it past it. But yeah, it always feels good to silence haters and doubters who say I can't go 3 rounds. There you go. There's proofs in the pudding. And we're just gonna keep getting better.
Is it nice that you have Deron lined up already? Like, I know we kind of like touched on this earlier, but it's like we said, it's the rare double booking that actually seems to have worked out. But are you happy it's like this fight locked in, or do you wish that in a way you were a little bit more open-ended, that you could have some more options? And this is no disrespect to Deron. You already feel like you're the world champion, but maybe get you something a little closer to having that shiny number next to your name. You know what I mean?
Man, yeah, so it always feels good knowing that I have a set date to showcase my skills and display what I worked on. So whether it be Deron Winn or whether it be Izzy, I'm just appreciative that the UFC gave me the opportunity to showcase my skills on a set date, you know what I mean? So I'm just honored to be here,
What are your thoughts on Deron as an opponent? I mean, he was on a little bit of a schneid. He came back and got a win over Antonio Hoyo and kind of knocked him out of the promotion. But what are your thoughts from a stylistic perspective on Deron Winn as an opponent?
I haven't really watched too much on him yet. I don't really watch too much of my opponents, but I know he's a wrestler, tough wrestler, under DC, yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Of course, like every fight's tough, and I'm going to prepare for it. A lot of people talk smack and talk, all that. But like when you hear me say things like I'm gonna knock you out, I'm gonna knock him out, or like I said, it's not because I feel like they're inadequate. It's just I believe in myself and my skills so bad, and I just believe in myself and skills so bad, and I feel like I'm gonna finish him.
Have you fought anybody as short in stature as Deron? Like he's a pretty small guy for the weight class, and because of that, it makes his wrestling transitions a little bit easier for him on the feet because he does have that low center of gravity. He's short, but he's very, very strong. Have you fought anybody kind of like that before?
No, I haven't seen him on an actual person to gauge how high, how tall, and whatever it is. But I know he's gonna come ready. We have a guy on my team, Logan Storley, and he fights in Bellator. He's 170 pounder, and he's a little shorter than me, but I know his wrestling is like top-notch wrestling, you know what I mean? So he's going to help me prepare for that. Pat Down's going to help me prepare for that. I know Deron's going to come ready. I know he's got DC in his corner. So we're just going to do what we're going to do. I haven't fought anyone his stature, but I'm excited to figure it out. My last 2 opponents were, the other guy was 6'6". This Kyle Daukaus was 6'3". Nasruddin was 6'3", you know what I mean? So it's good to fight someone a little shorter.
Have you seen Logan this week at all? Because I know he was supposed to fight on that Bellator card, and he weighed in, got up to the ceremonial face-offs, and then we were told, because I was out there covering the event like 30 minutes before it was about to start, that the fight was off. So have you talked to him?
Yeah, I see him today at practice. Yeah, he said that he's gonna get rebooked in 4 weeks or so, like that. They got a date, just not an opponent. So I'm happy that he gets to perform as well.
There you go. How close do you think you are to that Israel Adesanya fight? That he's about to fight Marvin Vettori. You mentioned his name multiple times in this conversation. You say it, maybe it comes true. We put it out there in the world, but how close do you think you are to that fight?
Man, like I always say, it's not Izzy. I'm hunting for the belt, and Izzy happens to have the belt. You know, there's no ill will towards Izzy. We were friends back in the day. We used to follow each other on Instagram, but then when I started winning fights in the UFC, he unfollowed me. So
what?
I know he's yeah. I know it's weird. I know he's watching. How close am I? Man, like I said, crazy things happen in this sport. Remember, we had Al Quinta. He wasn't like in the top 15. He fought Khabib for the title. We have Joe Soto. I think it was his first fight in the UFC. He got a title shot. You know what I mean? Ray Borg, he got a title shot, and I don't think did he earn that? I don't know how
yeah, they rebooked that one a few different times, and
yeah. So man, crazy opportunities happen all the time in the sport, and if an opportunity pops up, I'm definitely gonna be there to take it, to seize it.
So were you and Izzy, like, did you guys talk a lot, or was it just like a follow each other on social media thing?
No, he came down to Black Zillions when Rumble Johnson was supposed to fight John back in the day, and I was at Black Zillions at the time, and we kind of weren't like best friends, but we clicked. He was showing me some techniques, you know what I mean? He's got high level striking, you know. He showed me one of the techniques I still use to this day, and that was like maybe 6 or 5 years ago. We follow each other on Instagram. I had a hard time finding fights, and I hit him up, and he hit me up with promoters. He gave me the names, like trying to help me find fights and things like that. So we were always cool, you know what I mean? Then one day I'm like, what? Izzy didn't follow me with that? You know, so a little weird. So I know he's watching, so it's cool. It's cool to know.
This is while you were in the UFC that this happened?
When he unfollowed me, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. So we were cool until I got in the UFC, and then he unfollowed me, so it was weird. But yeah, I guess it's competition now, so let's get it.
There you go. You don't take that personally, right? It's just part of the game.
Part of the game. Yeah.
Well, there you go. And your game continues on July 17th. The double booking pans out. Deron Winn. Yeah. Very exciting stuff, man. This is a very busy year for you, so that's good. You might fight like 7 times this year at this point.
Let's get it. I think I've been in the UFC maybe 7 or 8 months. This is going to be my 4th fight, so I'm staying busy.
There you go. Phil, congratulations on the win, and look forward to seeing you back in there on July 17th.
Hey, thank you, bro. Thank you for having me.